What she just said, that's fan base. That's fan
As
base.
we drink beer and talk sports, I'm with my main man, Locke.
Wow.
Locke, everybody loves what you got to say.
No, they
Give 'em the
don't.
symbol.
No one loves what I have to say because I say it from the heart.
Like
no one,
that's right.
no one likes to understand what I'm talking about because what I talk about is real. When you talk about what you just heard, that's garbage. It's bull.
You
The
smell
last
like
thing,
it's cooking.
and then when she wants to call herself a Laker fan, really? Really? Is she a Laker fan? Or she is just fair weather?
Live and in living color, the Locke. Do you smell where the Locke is cooking?
What I'm trying to tell people that really are not Laker fans is what you just heard was a bunch of malarkey for someone who told me they were a real Laker fan, and I believed it, but she's not. Being a Laker fan means accepting the good for the bad. Being a Laker fan means
as we talk sports and drink beer.
So a Bulls fan's gonna talk stuff 16 times. Bulls got one decade.
As we drink beer and talk sports.
Are we talking about forever or now?
Can Peyton Manning win a game in cold weather? As we witnessed today.
I'm not. I'm gonna say what I said earlier before the camera was on.
America.
No. Why? Because it's 14 degrees below zero.
I agree. America.
Peyton Manning won in Indianapolis. Let me tell you what Indianapolis had. A dome. What did Indianapolis have? A good defense with two defensive ends. I've been telling people since week 13. Denver has been winning against mediocre teams.
He said it, America.
Was halftime?
He said it. So
they are overrated.
Therefore,
Denver is an overrated team. Everything I said has come to light. Denver is an overrated team because Peyton Manning has not met a top over 500 team since week 4. Now, the next time he met the Baltimore Ravens when they won, they were not having Ed Reed there. They didn't have Suggs there. Nagata was not 100%, and the cornerbacks were not there. I'm just trying to tell you.
Hey man, you can't talk about black folk like that.
As you drink beer,
and this nigga is gonna tell me what I'm talking about.
You see the number?
His name is Django.
What number does this represent?
His name is Django.
What number does this represent?
The D is out.
They can get one of these. They can talk shit.
As we drink beer, talk sports. Let's talk about the 49ers and the Green Bay. And what is your?
All I'm gonna say is about this game is a lot. First of all, let me go back to Denver. Denver is not a bad team.
Right.
But I said it before we tape it. I know it's taken
out.
I said Denver is overrated. Their defense is overrated. Champ Bailey is about my age, which is 40-something. He cannot stink Torrey Smith.
That's 25
years old. No, I'm not saying it. It's now on camera. Have I been saying it?
He has said
it cannot be done. First of all, Peyton Manning was 0-4 in weather under 32 degrees. It was 14 degrees.
This is what he had.
Now he's 0-5.
Right. Always. He's a country guy that struggles in cold weather. Real simple, right?
The name is Django. The D is silent.
Hey man, you want to get your...
As you drink beer and talk sports.
I don't drink beer. I drink liquor.
He drinks wine.
Wine.
And we talk about the Redskins in Seattle, man.
Redskins are out, so we're not talking about the Redskins.
But I thought it was pretty interesting that they didn't take RG3 out that game. He obviously had a hurt knee in the field.
You know what?
What are your thoughts on that game?
Here's my thought on that. First of all, I am a Dallas Cowboy fan.
Pick my team.
I am biased when it comes to that. Now, dealing with that playoff game, I do not blame Mike Shanahan for not taking them out.
But he ran a lot of running plays for RG3 after he
I blame Mike Shanahan for calling the plays he called.
That's what I think.
How long are they going to keep that for?
There's a difference. There's a difference.
Should I take this off?
Put it over.
Put it over?
As we were interrupted, as we drank beer and talk sports.
RG3 problem was he was put in a position where he could not succeed.
I agree.
It was not about what RG3 did. It's about what his coach allowed him to do.
What was that?
Wow. Everything that he could do healthy, and he's not healthy. He knew it. Everybody knew it. It almost reminded me of What in the movies? What was it?
Worst team in the NFL.
Friday Night Lights.
As we drink beer and talk sports.
What was that movie? Well,
In live and living color.
What was Friday Night Lights? You remember that movie?
Yes,
that
I do.
movie, the boys were in high school, and the coach kept saying, "Oh no, you could take the pain, shoot them up."
To the Browns, boy.
But you shouldn't
Terrible.
have.
Terrible.
As we drink beer and talk sports, great point.
But like I said before we took to the field, from the host, I told him, this here is the U. Ed Reed, Ray Lewis, the U. We are not done. Them two are going to the Super Bowl. Mark it down, write it, put it on your pamphlets, whatever you got to do. The Baltimore Ravens will beat
New England.
Say it again.
New England.
New England.
If New England beats the Texans, right? If. That's a big if. Everybody's whispering in the background. That's a big if.
That's true.
Right.
But I'm saying New England, yeah, they
more than likely should win.
They should win. But
right?
what I'm saying is,
it's going to be a rematch.
These boys here, the U,
for real this year.
A lot of boys from the U. You can't win a Super Bowl unless you win
for real this year.
Somebody got to be from the U.
My guys from Illinois State.
Make sure you on.
Lauren Robinson, he played for Jacksonville.
All right.
As we change topics and drink beer and drink wine and talk sports, I want to talk about the Atlanta Falcons and the Seattle. And Seattle is the hottest team in the NFL.
That's a bad defense.
With Russell Mark.
That's a bad defense.
And a bad defense with big corners, big safety.
That's a bad defense.
And they're going to Atlanta at home in the Dome where Matt Ryan hasn't won too much of nothing. Yeah, you call him an elite quarterback. What are your thoughts on that game, Lon? As we talk about beer and drinks.
Well, first of all, what's the line?
I don't know what the line is because I'm not into sports betting like some people.
Well, you got a house on the
But I'm pretty sure Atlanta is into.
You shouldn't be. You shouldn't. Right. Now, I'm going to say this like this, just off the team per se. When I say per se, like I know French. Atlanta, the Dirty Birds.
Touchdown! That Kaepernick is a bitch.
With the undersized defense.
Thank you.
Don't run the ball. You think they got what it takes? In your opinion?
The Atlanta Hawks have been decimated in the playoffs. Do I say decimated? I'll say it again because I know what I'm saying.
Atlanta Hawks?
The Atlanta Hawks. Oh, Lord have mercy. The Falcons. The Birds. The Dirty Birds.
Dirty Birds,
if you will.
Right.
The best team in that state is the Atlanta Falcons.
What makes it so good? Because they got big receivers.
They got a good quarterback, Matty Ice.
He's a big fan of Matt Ryan.
Big time.
And I'm not.
Big time. We've had a discussion.
Plenty.
We're not gonna.
Several.
Well, let me tell the public like what you told me.
Sure.
He thinks if Matty Ice was in Dallas, Matty Ice wouldn't be as good as he was because he had better receivers.
That's my opinion, man.
I'm telling America, Chautauqua.
What are you doing? No.
Matty Ice is better where he is now because of the chemistry he got. Dallas, Tony Romo has proved once again he can't come in the clutch.
Candy.
I am a Dallas Cowboy fan. I am. Mama, don't let your baby
Miami
grow up to be Cowboys. And they Matt Ryan is one of the most underrated quarterbacks in the league. When you have Roddy White, Julio Jones, and Tony Gonzalez, and you're in the playoffs and you have home field advantage, your season was not bad.
But can I say that he hasn't won anything with any of those
No,
players?
he sure
I
hasn't.
think he might be overrated.
You talking about Matty Ice?
Matty Ice.
He might be overrated because he got veteran. He got
You
great
hit a
receivers.
peanut gallery, he may be overrated.
He may be
Yeah,
overrated.
Well, that's your
He
opinion.
might be.
And I got my opinion.
I think this year
Is the year.
is the year Matty Ice gonna come out.
That's
This
fair.
year.
He's not being talked about.
And as we
He
move
should
on,
be. He don't. He
as
got
Leadership
it.
Talks and Lock Talks, we drinking beer, talking sports and wine.
And
Let's
we
talk
keep-
about the Ravens and the Patriots. If they make it. And also the Texans.
First of all, at this time when we're taping this, a lot of people already said Baltimore was not going to win tonight.
Yeah, they did.
No, at this time while I'm looking at the camera, Baltimore has won like I said they was going to win. With this, because of this brother. I know it's backwards. And
Amen. Thank you.
the Reed, the U. There's too many people from Miami on that team.
Yeah, you're right.
The U. It is. I mean, I told him.
What is it?
Pretty obvious.
What is a U? A U, if you got an ass, you ain't down. Ask Uncle Luke. Uncle Luke will tell you.
Yeah, Luke.
As we look at the Texans and the Patriots, what do you see about their
Ooh.
game? You think Tom Brady gonna do the
My
usual?
heart is with the Texans, but my mind
Says
tells me New England.
Before the playoffs, the Texans lost 2 out of 3 games. What makes you think the Texans all of a sudden can turn it on and start winning against a
They
prolific
won
offense?
last week.
That's
You said
one
what's
game to
taking
play
it?
against
Well,
Cincinnati.
yeah.
Who's
Sometimes all it takes
newbie.
is one game,
That's fair. That's fair.
and it makes you a better team.
Okay. That's fair.
Who am I rooting for? This weekend, I will be going with them. I will be going for them.
Okay. What are
Because
some
you
of the
hate
keys?
Boston, man.
But
Tell
I can
it.
argue that the
You
Texans-
hate Boston.
I can argue
We
you-
from the
just
shy,
for
baby.
Dave
We hate
and
Boston.
Big Ride. I can
And I'm
argue
going
that
to LA. So
that Texans don't have a deep threat. They play too much man coverage. They run the
Wait a
game with
minute.
zone coverage.
as long as you got Andre Johnson, you have a short depth threat,
So you saying
a
he's a deep threat?
medium depth threat, a long depth threat. As long as you have Andre Johnson,
Do you think Matt Schaub has what it takes to be a elite quarterback?
I think he got enough links to make him an elite quarterback.
Uh-oh. Fumble.
All right, as we drink beer and talk sports, as we move on to
That shot was
baseball,
in the Pro
and
Bowl,
the
dog.
recent Hall of Fame inductee or non-inductees, and the BS that went on with that. Barry Bonds didn't make it. Mark McGwire didn't make it. Sammy Sosa didn't make it. Craig Biggio actually got the most votes. What are your thoughts on the whole
I'm gonna
debacle that what it is?
I'm gonna tell you about baseball because that's the sport I think I should have played.
We all love baseball.
It's rigged.
But just from a person that watches baseball all the time, Craig Biggio was handicapped because of the era he got as elected opportunity. Craig Biggio had a great career. They did not put that into perspective when they did not let him. Mike Piazza, if you watch his numbers, is one of the greatest catchers ever. Ever.
Better than Johnny Bench.
If you go by numbers, he should have been automatic.
Wow.
The problem is
He been injured all year.
the era. And I don't put everybody in the era. I don't deal with I deal with the ones that were obviously cited. Sammy Sosa. Garbage. Roger Clemens was a great player before. And it's really hard for me to say this. Because I don't like Roger Clemens. I was what's the boy from New York? Mets. Dwight Gooden.
Right, good.
I'm a Dwight. But if you go by total sets, Roger Clemens is going to be cold regardless.
Yeah, he was cold.
Barry Bonds was a 40-40 man.
Before it was
In
even
Pittsburgh.
known about. Before
Even
Ken Griffey
before-
Jr., before any of them.
He did it
Before
before
his
his
head got twice as big.
Right. And
Twice
before
as big.
all the white woman tore him up. That
As
was
we
a
drink
lot.
beer and talk
He dated a
sports,
lot of them.
he's
How
breaking it
many of
down. in living color for you, America. He's telling you that Barry Bonds is already a Hall of Famer.
Is probably not Hall of Famer. Let's cut. I'm gonna say this on
5.
No. Listen to what I'm about to say, and I mean this. Barry Bonds is the greatest baseball player that ever lived.
Wow. Pretty bold statements, America.
Now, there's argumentative people, but if you arguing about the greatest baseball players ever, you gotta say Barry Bonds. And I dare somebody to say he's not. Yes, the steroid stuff, I understand. Barry Bonds is one of the greatest baseball players ever.
Bar none.
Bar none.
Any great baseball mind.
There are great. And hold on. First of all, I'm gonna call another non-Hall of Famer that is one of the greatest baseball players ever. Pete Rose. There is no reason why Pete Rose should not be in the Hall of Fame. But having said that, he's not in there. Is he one of the greatest baseball players yet? Yes, he is. Yes, he is. Pete Rose represents what baseball.
I'll bet 5 on that.
And this is coming from somebody. Let me tell you something about me. I grew up playing baseball. I was not one of them, and I'm not knocking none of my colleagues or friends or Little League. They went to play basketball. Some of them went to play football. I stayed in baseball. I broke my leg. I couldn't do what I think I wanted to do. Baseball, to me, is the greatest sport ever. The greatest sport. Not knocking football, not knocking basketball. Baseball takes patience, and it takes thinking. And if you can do it, you're a bad motherfucker. Exactly. And I'm looking at a baseball player that did it, and I'm talking to another baseball player that did it. Baseball is one of the best sports ever. Absolutely. Ever. Now, damn the money. I ain't even talking about the money. I consider myself one of them that did not have the opportunity to be as good as I should have been. That's fine.
Listen.
When you come to sports, baseball is one of the greatest sports ever. Ever.
Thinking man.
Football, I'm looking at it. Yes. Football is physical. No matter what you do, if you stupid as hell, if you hit hard, you can be used in football. In baseball, you got to use your mind. Somewhere along the line, you got to be smart.
It's about numbers and averages.
Wow.
You got to know how to hit. You got to use your hand. Hit, fielding. It's all depth perception. It's all about it. You don't have to be the strongest or the fastest.
Candy talks about baseball with Big Ride.
But the truth about baseball is you have to have gifts and a hand-eye coordination.
And be athletic.
You have to be some type of athlete.
You have to have the total package. Kind of like hockey also.
So why I'm so passionate about baseball is because baseball, I think, is the greatest sport in America. Greatest sport. Now, having said that, I love my football. I love basketball. I even love hockey when it's good. Mm-hmm. When it's going on. When the hockey starts, I'm going to be one of the biggest fans.
One of our greatest joys is seeing the Blackhawks win a championship.
And I still got my Buffalo jersey with the patch. It's all roll. So just letting you know, we're not one dimensional. What we're talking about is sports.
With Big Ride. Giving it to you in the raw. Candid moments on camera. And who is your favorite football team and why?
My favorite football team?
Yes.
I got 4 words for you. And I was a fan before him, but it was 4 words I heard him say in the locker room after beating San Francisco. How about them Cowboys? Dallas. And when it comes to college, I got 2 things to say. The youth.
Let me ask you a question as we talk about the Cowboys and drink beer and wine and talk sports with my main man, Big Ride. Name me 2 of your favorite defensive players off the Cowboys ever.
This, you know what? The easiest thing that happened was when the Cowboys signed Deion Sanders.
Okay. Pretty fair.
Greatest cornerback ever played the game.
What year was
Charles
that?
Haley.
And no, I didn't jump with yours.
No peanut gallery, please.
No peanut gallery. He ready to play chess.
Charles Haley.
So,
Disco Dave.
Dave don't know about Randy White.
No, he's good.
He's gay?
No, David.
Dave is gay.
Candid moments as we talk sports.
Deion Primetime Sanders. The greatest cornerback that ever lived.
Over Darryl Green?
The greatest cornerback that ever lived.
Over Darryl Green, right?
The greatest cornerback that, I'm going to say it for the cheap seats. The greatest cornerback.
Over
the greatest cornerback that ever lived.
He's saying that Deion Neon is the man, right?
The greatest cornerback that ever lived.
What made him so good, in your opinion? As you drank beer and talk.
You know what? It wasn't Florida State. It was because he went to Dallas. I think that was what made him.
So if he would not have went to Dallas, and
he would have been great.
Your arch nemesis, being a U fan,
right?
The U.
No, he went to Dallas, made the impact. That was win a Super Bowl. And why did he do it?
Was he the fastest player you ever seen?
That is the quickest son of a bitch I've ever seen in my life.
What about Bo Jackson?
Bo Jackson.
Language.
Bo Jackson was quick for 1 year. I respect. No, it wasn't 2 years because he made it through 1 year and didn't make it through the second.
Football, though. Remember that.
Bono was hip replacement. He's the best athlete he could have been. Deion Sanders hold on. For people that don't know, there was a time when Deion Sanders was a track star for Florida State, played for New York Yankees, and played football for Atlanta Falcons in 1 day.
You didn't know
Tell
that,
me somebody else that know that.
Yes, you did. Yes, you did.
He was
Is that the greatest athlete ever? Yes.
Probably.
Yes. Athlete. Michael Jordan is the greatest basketball player. He's not the greatest athlete. He's not.
I would agree.
Kobe Bryant is the greatest.
That's my fact.
What?
Give it up to.
We waiting on
Deion Sanders, barring injury, is the greatest athlete ever.
As we drink beer and talk sports, who's your favorite quarterback ever?
Ever.
Live and indirect.
It don't have to do with stats. Roger Staubach is my favorite quarterback. And then, if I really want to choose a quarterback, Dan Marino.
Wow. What made Dan Marino better than Elway?
Because Dan Marino, what made him better than him is Dan Marino had the best release of any of them. The best release.
The best.
Oh my God.
He's like,
what is this? The pen?
Yeah.
All right, let's put the pen on there. The greatest quarterback to me ever is Dan Marino. The greatest quarterback.
But he never won a championship.
He didn't play defense. The greatest quarterback ever to me is Dan Marino.
Maybe some of the reasons that he didn't win because he maybe didn't do what he needed to do. I'm just playing devil's advocate.
I think he did everything he needed to do. I think
that's fair.
You look it up. Dan Marino is the greatest quarterback ever.
Name me another quarterback that was really good that never won a championship. Yeah, in your opinion. Big
Greatest quarterback that
Candid sports talk as we drink beer and talk sports.
Greatest quarterback that did not win. Wow.
He's a living legend.
Kelly.
And I love a man.
Jim Kelly. Machine Gun Kelly.
Machine Gun Kelly. I would have to agree with that, obviously.
And my good friend Dave said that. My good friend Dave said
Dave, show your face.
And
he's such a tenderoni, man.
He's a tenderoni, and he went to Winnie Young.
The
president's wife went to Winnie Young. Your best comic, Craig Robinson. I'll see you next week, nigga. The Bonaventure.
Hot Tub Time Machine.
Go rent it. 9.5 months. You ain't rented it? Rent it. Because he told old girl, I think your pussy good. But
language.
America.
No. We talking about Craig Robinson. One of the best Situation, action. Situation. Cut. Started all over.
As we drink beer and talk sports, we're gonna move on to basketball. And do you think the Chicago Bulls can make the playoffs?
I don't want to talk about nothing.
Yes.
I am a Laker fan.
Yes.
Do I look happy? Like,
You look very upset with that.
Cut!
Get out of here!
I don't want to talk. Somebody hit the internet.
Thank you, America. We love you.